Welcome back, and now we head to Kearsarge High School. We're going to hear about the dangers of vaping and the epidemic that's affecting children of all ages.
Vaping is actually a really popular alternative to smoking right now with our high school population in particular. Vaping comes in many different forms. So there's a lot of different devices that essentially contain a liquid. That liquid does contain nicotine most of the time. Not all the liquids do have nicotine, but for the most part, they do. The liquid is then inserted into some type of device which then vaporizes that liquid, and the person vaping will inhale that vapor and exhale, which is, that phenomenon known as vaping. But the devices that we're seeing, they come in a range of different sizes and shapes. A lot of them are very inconspicuous. Even they look like small computer drives, things that you wouldn't expect. And so, we're really exploring this with parents and trying to educate them about what they look like so that they can identify them if they happen to see them at home with their children. We're talking about students who are smoking, so to speak, a pack of cigarettes a day. And I think back to, when I was in high school, smoking might have occurred with the teenage population after hours, but nobody was smoking an entire package of cigarettes a day. It just couldn't happen. You didn't have enough hours in your day. So now we're confronted with this idea that they can be accessing nicotine on a more regular basis, and so that addiction, I fear, is really troublesome, and it could be, potentially a huge problem. And I think that clean alternative, or that healthier notion, is why teenagers tend to be drawn to it. Additionally, when it comes to vaping, the liquid that they put into those pods is flavored. So the marketing companies that sell the vapes, or the e-cigarettes, so to speak, they're really gearing them towards young people, towards our kids. And so we're really concerned with what that looks like. And because vaping can occur actually in the building and not be detected, students can sneak into the bathroom, let's say, use a vape, and nobody would be the wiser because there's no odor necessarily. Sometimes there might be a little fruity scent. However, students, because they can do this during the school day, we're feeling like they're accessing nicotine on a more regular basis, and that's really concerning for their brain development. That's really concerning for their overall health, and the addiction to nicotine obviously is a big issue. Somebody I spoke with recently tells me they use an entire pod a day. So when I say pod, I talk about the thing that is inserted into a device known as a Juul, and one pod actually contains the same amount of nicotine as an entire pack of cigarettes. And the individual I spoke with said that they will use an entire pod in one day. So we're inviting parents in the Kearsarge community, K through 12, not just high school parents. This is an informational session that we're holding here at the high school on January 8th at 6:30 in our auditorium to educate parents about the dangers of vaping. What is an e-cigarette? What is a vape? What does it look like? How can we talk to our children about preventing them from using these sorts of things? What are the dangers of the nicotine usage? So we are educating our parents in that regard. And we're talking to our kids in the building too about making healthy choices through their health classes, through their advisories. But we would welcome parents to come on that January 8th evening session. The informational session is held through Breathe New Hampshire. They are sponsoring it, and they will be providing the information. The school will obviously be present to share school policies and procedures around vaping so that parents have a clear understanding about the consequences that are involved if this does happen at school. But we invite parents, but also if students are interested in attending, they're welcome to do so as well.
Thank you, Laura Newman. When we come back, the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice is going to tell us about the benefits of year-round exercise.